Hello everybody and welcome to this stream of Fallout 4 Legendary Swapper plus random perks. So the previous stream ended because the game crashed right as we left this door. Let's see if we managed to leave this time. Seems like we did. And here we are. Ooh, that was close. Long story short, Legendary Swapper means any legendary item I get must be swapped with whatever I had beforehand. And Random Perks is where every time I level up, I will generate a new perk on the fly. There we go. Let's close the door.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
That's right. I'm here to rescue you.
What?
These cultists seem to be holding you...
Well,
Okay.
I actually thought it could force me.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Lovely. It would seem that sneaking there made all the difference. Let's head back to the Cabot House to turn in that quest. Yeah, okay, so that's Random Perks plus the Legendary Swapper. To give more details about the challenge, is there anything I've forgotten to mention? Actually, no, I've basically gone through everything. Okay, so next up is turning in this quest over here. It still utterly confuses me why this sentry bot is randomly dead. I mean, it's not like it randomly came across a legendary mongrel dog from over there or something that happened to have, say, explosive teeth or something. The only other time that I've ever heard of that sentry bot getting killed by ambient enemies was when it got killed by a legendary raider that had a Okay, I'll turn in the quest and then I'll head over to Hangman's Alley.
Edward, switch to single sideband modulating. Can you hear me? Not now.
God, it's...
Edward, switch over to the Hartley modulator.
Hi.
Not now.
Okay, so this location here does have a lot of resources in it. Like, for example, there's a fat man and a mini nuke in here. Some of those, I guess. There's a bunch of ammo here. I'll take that. And yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff. But the thing is that most of this I can't actually carry back with me because I'm just at the edge of being overweight. Of overcapacity.
Hello? Edward?
There's even a Zeta gun that we get now.
There's no signal at all. Lost it.
What's happening? If these people are inside the castle, freeze them.
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would happen. I never should have allowed you to rock up the flames going that way.
Crank out some of that. Some of those. Okay.
I said that I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
Hello.
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. It's strange. The guard...
I found Amogene.
Oh, yeah.
At least one small
Okay.
worker on this terrible day.
That wasn't actually that much of a quest. I mean, not much of a quest reward. He does give you like a bunch of caps though. I should also remember to save. And in the trash can is a can. Boom. There we are. Drop a save. And now back to Hangman's Alley. So since we're nearly over encumbered, we don't actually want to do that quest now. The next thing I'm going to do is to head back to Hangman's Alley, drop off my ammo, store my gun, do up the shotgun that I got in the last stream, not so that I can use it personally, but so that when the time comes I can give it to Deacon and he'll be able to use it. And I reckon Deacon would do a lot of damage with that gun. What else? Okay, so I also want to head down to Diamond... Oh. Yeah, to Diamond City. That way I can sell the sellables and do up the armor I have. Mainly to get the resistance as high as possible, but also to get the pocketed on them so that I can carry even more stuff. And that's because going through Parsons requires you to have a lot of carry capacity. Alright, and that's because Okay, let's put that away. Is there's 4 stealth boys. So how much of the stealth boys do we have? We have 12. That's a lot of stealth boys. Okay, that's all good. That's money. Not just figuratively, but literally. Like it's literally worth a lot of money to keep and then sell. So it is sort of money. Oh wait, let's actually get the gun that I was going to do up. This one. Hello. Okay. So it's 36. If I put up to hair trigger or advanced, like right now, that's 36 rounds a minute. Or does that include the maybe it only displays as 36.
Remember, we're out here representing the Brotherhood. Make them proud.
Yeah, so I need to find hair trigger or advanced somewhere. I can either give this widespread or narrow spread.
There's a wealth of technology.
I think narrow.
Bigger gun, bigger boom. Good job.
That's okay. I need that. This doesn't really matter all that much. I don't even know if the accuracy stat even matters for NPCs.
The ruins here remind me a bit of what's left of Washington.
Yeah, that's not necessary. Okay, and this one can do all that, but
You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Could get up to spiked. Yeah, I'll do that. Damage is damage. Alright, so I'm looking for hair trigger or advanced in the shotguns. So you go back in there. Okay. So let's fill up the 2 bottles.
Call me old fashioned. There's nothing better than some.
Drop the pre-war money. Drop the items. pick up the money. Nothing to cook. All right. So if I'm going to be doing pocketed stuff, I want to carry adhesive with me. So there's adhesive. More adhesive and more adhesive. That should be plenty of adhesive. There's cloth. And then there's leather. There should be just straight leather. Okay. And that should be enough steel. Yeah, way more than enough steel. Okay. Shield's bottles in here. Yeah, just the whiskey bottle. Okay.
Pleased we were assigned to the same team. I didn't think we were alike.
So let's do this. Sip from the pump. Do a save. And then head to Diamond City. Okay. So we're not well rested because of the insomnia. But that's fine. We don't need to be well rested right now. So our main goal is to sell our sellables and do up our armor. And then if lucky, wait for Arturo to spawn with all his gear and see if we can get anything worthwhile off of him, like a high level boxing glove, for example. Alright, let's run to the armor bench.
Hold up. I need some answers from you.
No, you don't. Huh. With 2 rubber,
I asked you a question.
We're so delighted.
Sure. Let's take a look.
The high...
alright. Yeah, so he doesn't have any boxing gloves. What about rubber? So there's one for 11. But items down here might be better for that. Okay, aside from the shipments, which is overkill, and considering that there's no other rubber here, let's just pump this up to alloyed. Pocketed.
Oh, I do hope you're here to make a purchase. It's what I live for.
Okay, so this requires a lot of resources. At least we can pocket it. So I'll just pocket it. Standard. So I'll remove those as well. Scrap of that. And then this alloyed pocketed. Okay. So that's a level up. Let's see what we get. Drum rolls. Strength +1. Okay, well, let's also write that down in the list. So also every time I get a perk, I write it in a list outside of the program just as a backup. Anything else?
I need some answers from you.
No, you don't. Okay, let's see what time it is first. Really? You're supposed to be able to... Is it because you're trying to talk to me that it won't let me pass time? Let's go over here. There we go. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll wait till 8 AM. That way Arturo will be out and he'll have some resources. Arturo!
Thinking safety on long-range run.
Right? Sure. Let's take a look.
Don't forget.
Alright. Aha. So this is advanced. We can take that, switch the stuff. That's all good. If we're going to be buying a lot of stuff, let's have some charisma. Yoink. And booze. Do we have enough booze? We're running low on booze, so let's just say that that's enough.
We can talk about guns, or maybe you
I've got a few minutes to browse.
self.
Okay. Nozzles advanced. He has a serrated switchblade for some reason. He has this with a scope. Okay. Yeah, so that's all he has. He doesn't have any yeah, not really anything there to sell. I'll keep that. Okay. So we can take those mods, swap them around, and then we'd be golden with the weapon. Next time we end up going to the railroad, we can take that super duper double barrel shotgun and yeah, then Deacon will wreck stuff with it. Now, a couple of times I've talked about the never-ending double-barrel shotgun. I think there's a previous challenge where I got one. Thing is though, I can't remember which one it was or where I put it. But a never-ending double-barrel shotgun is an insanely good weapon. Okay, let's take that.
I hope this has something to do with our mission. Doesn't it feel good to be a part of something?
Okay, short barrel. Yeah, recoil is probably good. There we go. So now this has a really long barrel, full stock. Yeah, no need for the sights or the muzzle.
Plenty of cover around here to get into a fire.
Actually, I'm thinking that putting the muzzle brake on it
Make good time when the weather.
is actually. Well, I can scrap that too. Yeah, I think that's actually a good idea. The accuracy would have less effects, but this gun does have the downside of having really bad recoil.
Considering the city took some direct hits during the war, it's astonishing so much of it's still standing.
I'll even name it because this is so insane. I'll just call it fully auto. Now this isn't necessarily a part of the challenge. Right, but well, that's a bit much. Okay, I'll save before I do this. Alright.
Thank you.
But I really want to show off. Okay, there's the save.
Such a senseless waste.
We have parasites, but we can deal with that easily. So now that we have the save, let's... yeah, take all those. And then just shove that'll do. Okay. Now this is only to show off the gun. First of all, just look at that. Just watch this. Look how insane that is.
Right on target.
Watch this. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so that's how quick it is, like that. Let's just do the whole buff tats. And quantum. And Psychojet. On the P. There we go. Go boom, boom, boom. Oh. Oh my god, this is so good if you have jet. Oh my god. Look how good this is if you have jet. Look at this. Now we're out of ammo. Oh, no. Look at this! Alright, your turn. I said your turn. There we go. Take me, brother! Okay, that's enough showing off of the gun. But that's a taste of the insanity of that weapon. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, since I'm not going to the railroad just yet, let's put fully auto back. Okay. Let's store my junk. Another thing I can do before I forget is I can build a bobblehead stand.
I think you should stay on.
I can put all these on. So that's 4 so far.
Right on target.
And then if I take them back again, next time I go to a vendor, I can actually sell these bobbleheads. So if my next goal is to go over here, may as well save it, Overland Station. Okay, not missing anything there.
Considering the city took some direct hits during the war, it's astonishing so much of it's still standing.
Oh, we still have to do that stuff. There we go, and then the food. There we go. So I guess that goes to show. Oh shit, that. Good thing they're not after me. Oh, I can get the I can get the alien blaster. Which is through this way. I don't really need it, but you know, it's a thing, I guess. Now, the thing that I should note about this is that the alright, let's do a buff tats and a psycho jet. I'll just not worry about the addiction, that'll be fine. Boom! 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 Actually, I wonder if so the thing about the Mercer safe house thing. There you go. Up here. Let's do 7 hours. And then from here, okay, let's uncheck that, check that. Yeah, so not only do you have to okay, there's nothing on the way, I guess. Sometimes there's a dog patrolling this stretch, but I guess not this time. Yeah, so the thing is, not only do you have to take the settlements, you also have to build some defense. So I guess having oil and gears is probably a good idea. So let's take those. No need to go through that house. Alright, let's head this way. This is ArcJet Systems. We've been here, and there's no reason to worry too much about it. However, to our right is a generator-like area where there's normally some bugs. And those we do want to avoid. Okay. Somewhere over here there's like a... This is... how about no, let's not detonate the hatch? So there's just a turret there for some reason. Right up ahead is the settlement we're trying to get. So that's good. What's this thing? I think these are just a giant harvester. That's there for some reason. Okay. This could be bad or... Oh. Actually, that's ridiculously lucky. Ish. I guess now I do have less damage, but that will straight up reduce the damage from ghouls. So let's write that down in the list. Okay. I could also save here. I can save here, okay. I thought it would give me a thing like, whoa, you're too far, you're too close to enemies, you can't save. But no, it actually allowed me to save. Okay, that place. Let's head over this way. Also, when it comes to getting meat from animals, this is actually a really good place to go to fairly early on, because there's a magazine in there that causes killed animals to drop extra meat. Oh, come on. There we go. That was quite lucky. Jetson Med-X.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Extra meat from animal kills. It basically causes animals to drop double the meat that they normally would. Anybody in here? Nope, a dead ghoul though. That's good. Lovely. What about in here? No, I've already been in here. Okay. Let's drop another save. And let's go after these guys. Yeah, there's a regular red roach in there. No need to worry about him just yet because he's not that important. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Nice. All that's left are the two red roaches and we're good. Well, good to build up the settlement to the requirements. Let's just VATS these guys. These red roaches. That'll just give us essentially free like crit levels.
That's it.
Nearly full. Okay. Bourbon, that's good. Okay. There's one of those. We can actually make a bunch of this. Sure. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's, yeah, build defenses. So that's defense, turrets. Fuck, I needed that circuitry. Let's see if we can find 2 circuitry. Otherwise, we're a little boned. I shouldn't have made those things. Yeah, I'm fairly certain there's no other circuitry here. Actually, there might be... Actually, let's see if I can actually take out the Mr. Goodfeels guy. It'll sort of be a half win slash full win. Either he sends me back in time, okay. Your sacrifice shall not be in vain. There we go, okay. Now we have enough circuitry. We just need gears and steel. There's gears in here. And just steel left. So here's one. Let's build the rest of it. There we go. Now we just got the pre-war money. It's also just report back to Pam, who I can reach on the way to Cabot House again. Also, weirdly enough, we didn't get any viable blood samples from any of these guys. I guess they just weren't very viable. Let's see if we can build a water pump. Just need steel and concrete, which this settlement does have. Here's some concrete. No, not over here. This way, okay. There's the steel, there's the concrete, okay. Plonk this down nearby to where the bed is. Okay, let's take out all the resources we might want back at the base. Okay. Another one. Okay, let's drop a full save here. And now let's head back. Is this one of those interchanges? I have no idea. I do know that there's like a Carhenge or something like that. Like a Stonehenge but made of cars. Built by some behemoth. How about no? I do get, Mr. Mongrels, that I just sort of ran right over your pack, but Hello. Have fun there. Okay, so let's just run this way. If I leap down from this, we should escape them. We even have a vertibird flying around for some reason. What were they shooting at? Almost looks like there was some random mongrels there and they're like, oh, those guys, we should, you know, the thing we should do is divert our vertibird and attack those wild animals. Yeah, that's a great idea. What could go wrong? Why, nothing, of course. Okay, so let's cross this bridge and then go left. What? Okay, still flying away. For a moment I thought that the vertibird was landing, but it wasn't. Okay. You know, that's another thing. If like there's two main problems with the Alien Blaster when it comes to like selling it. One of them is it's worth a lot more money than you can get out of any vendor. And the other one is I actually have an enormous amount of caps somehow. Like, I don't exactly know how I've come to have so many caps. I guess it's because I'm always selling those items, but there's not much for me to buy from the vendors. Anyway, let's drop all that stuff in. Also put the mods away. Okay. Oh yeah, and I never got around to saying this, but the Alien Blaster rounds here and the Alien Blaster itself, as far as the challenge goes, which involves swapping between Yeah, let's save here. It's about specifically swapping between legendary weapons, right? Not necessarily special weapons. So, for example, the Alien Blaster isn't legendary because there's no legendary effect on it. It's just a weapon that you can only ever get one of, whereas something like a 10mm pistol can be, you can get an unlimited amount of those. And so certain weapons which certain weapons which are unique but don't have legendary effects don't count, and so I won't need to swap to them, like in the case of this Alien Blaster. It's also the case with I think Krem's Tooth. So I'm not sure about Krem's Tooth and
You can't stop the press.
Cabot's, yeah, the Lorenzo's artifact gun as well. The reason why those two weapons are unique isn't because they have some legendary effect.
Radiation poisoning
But-
is a common ailment, but we can cure just about anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me your symptoms.
Took one chem too many.
We can sober you up. Please, don't be an idiot and go out drinking immediately after the procedure.
Ding ding.
Hold up. I need some answers from you.
Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No, you don't.
Hey, it's
Alright. So we have all the charisma stuff. Actually, I should sort out the leg thing as well.
Shop in safety. No sins allowed at the surplus.
This way I can put those onto anything else metal that I come across. Close enough.
Don't be caught dead.
That'll be fine.
Protection from Commonwealth weaponry.
Alright. Nothing stuck in the workbench. Now we have 3 great mentats. Let's take one. Let's also check our hunger, which is just peckish. Let's eat a food to get rid of that peckish. Alright.
Got chems right here for you, sister.
Let's see what you got.
Got your fix.
Alright, what do you have? Buff out, jet, psycho jet. How much water do I have? 28. I could use a little more. Yeah. Let's see how far I can get with this stuff though. Okay, that actually works.
Hold up. I need some answers from you.
No, you don't.
If you think
Oi, Arturo.
a long range
Let's see what you have.
self-defense at its best.
Alright. You can take this leg. Nothing here for you. Yeah, so now, since I put the bobbleheads into the bobblehead stand and took them out, now they count as sellables. So I can sell that one to him. Okay. 437, 72 minus 37, 35. So it's 135. There we go.
You.
Okay.
Well, I suppose.
Let's see what you have.
Odds and ends.
All right, let's. Actually, since we have a lot of syllables, let's take that off here. One of those, the quantum, the purified water. Give me that and that. Okay. 32, 42, 52. So it's 33. Better take the whiskey too though. It's also another 12. Guess just you now.
You're the greatest baseball collector I've met in a long.
Let's see what you got.
Genuine articles.
And that's all of these syllables. Alright. What's left? Oh yeah, the chem station.
We offer a wide variety of medical treatments.
Crank out all of those, one of these, 4 of those. Okay. Nothing in the station.
Hold up. I need some answers from you.
Okay.
Asked you a question.
Okay, let's leave. So let's save at Hangman's Alley. And I think from there we're good to just pick up the gun, give it to what's his name, and then that's all good. Although to be honest, I don't, because I have a ridiculous amount of caps, it probably doesn't make as much sense to wear this stuff anymore. This gives me more carry capacity, which is more useful than the endurance. This gives me more endurance, which is more useful than the charisma. So I should probably keep to that.
You read that?
Hello, Ahill. Well, I mean, at this point in the challenge, let's put these away. Like right now, I have nearly 8,000 caps. Let's put that away. No ammo. Okay. I was going to pick up the gun as well. Fully auto. And we only need a single bullet for it. Just one. Let's save here and then head over to the railroad.
We're out here representing
Yes.
Let's make them proud.
Yeah, so that's basically why I'm running everywhere. So I'd say that the primary difficulty in survival mode is just simply comes from the fact that you can't quick save. So you have to go longer without getting killed rather than quick saving between every kill. Although that's almost the case, I'd say. And that's because no matter how far away you are to a bed, you almost always have the option of running back to a bed, saving, and then running back to wherever you're doing combat to continue doing combat. The old reliable. Which, like so I actually don't know what effect that weapon has. In fact, almost all of my knowledge about this game is just with the stock game, not the DLCs. Two-shot lever action. Okay. Okay. Right, well. Perhaps it'd so you love using it in any build. That's a so that's slightly different to saying that it's good in every build. If you were to do a melee only build, that weapon wouldn't be as good. Now, the ideal melee character would actually still use guns occasionally. But the difference between that melee character that uses guns occasionally and a gun-based character, yeah. But also, I'm not sure if this is something that you're aware of about the two-shot effect. And it's that the two-shot effect only in one circumstance does it double the damage output. And that's if you don't have any perks that boost the damage itself. And that's because the two-shot effect doesn't duplicate the damage or duplicate the bullets. it causes the gun to shoot the first bullet, which has all of your perks taken into account, and the second perk is the bullet, but as if it was fired by a regular NPC right next to you. So it's anywhere between a 100% boost without perks to about, say, 30% boost if you have all the perks available.
Setting human-machine interface. Good day. I have the location of a black railroad.
Lovely.
Pre-war cache.
Unable.
Right.
The cache is
Nice.
correct. The you only have
Sure.
Okay. Medford Memorial. In that case, we should...
What is it?
Hey,
Want me back on deck, huh? I got it.
Yeah, basically.
can we trade a few things?
You doing it with...
Well, Deacon, I'm doing both. You can take that. That. Equip. Give me those. That. The stim pack. The sunglasses. Let's put this on you. Okay, so now he's naked.
It's a dangerous place for anyone in my way.
Alright, let's put this back on. Let's drop his items on the ground.
Good time's cooking up something. I hope it goes better than last time.
Okay, so the DIA thing is at the the Medford Memorial Hospital. If it was in Hub 360 over here, I'd be able to just get it without killing anything and then walk back, and it'd all be fine. Since it's over here, to get it, I actually have to kill a lot of super mutants, which I can't actually do with my current weapon. So I'll leave that until once I've gotten a replacement to my melee thing. I'll take this one now.
Bet you never met a
Did I save? I'll save again in case I forgot to do so. But yeah, there are a fair few circumstances where a two-shot weapon would be useful. If you're trying to go through the game as quickly as possible, then a two-shot weapon is actually pretty decent. Also, if you're not using any of the perks whatsoever, then the two-shot is actual double damage. And I mean, even if it's, as you say, no. So the thing about this challenge is not only am I swapping out legendary items as they go in and out of my inventory as I find them throughout the map, I'm also doing randomized perks. So every time I level up, I get a perk that I won't know about before leveling. Also, let's drop the Institute pistol because we don't need that. And so the random perks thing makes guns enormously more useful than melee. Now I can get by punching the odd ghoul or the odd red roach with his boxing glove. I got through, for example, which was it? Yeah, it was Vaults 114. I got through that area. No, it's random perks. So yeah, if I found a legendary gun, I would use that. And so I'm only using this weapon because I found it off of a legendary raider up here, like up near Parsons. But yeah, the thing about melee is to make it good, you know, because normally melee has the enormous downside that you have to get really close to your enemy to do damage. But the Blitz perk lets you get around that by instantly teleporting next to the enemy and then whacking them. Right? You either want to have Blitz or you want to have like a weird artificial Blitz where you have a lot of armor and you just run up to people and whack them. Like say if you have power armor. Oh shit. Whatever it is, I don't want any of it. Unless I'm running away from a rad stag. I hope that's the case, because then I'd be safe. What is following me? Also, another thing about melee, in comparison with guns, is that because too many things, because you have to get close to your enemies, and because you have to like you also have to get yeah, not something close, but melee benefits greatly from sneak. Like for example, the ninja perk gives a bigger bonus to melee weapons than it does to guns. What the heck are you doing? I get that they're supposed to... Jack, what are you doing? Yes, get them. Oh, do not want to go near that. There goes the one raider. Take this, and that, and that, and one of those. Four. It's another scum. Okay, he's taking more damage. Did you get him? I guess he might have done. Yeah, okay.
Men seem to have given a good account of themselves. Not good enough, sadly. We need to get to my office. From there we can see how bad things really are. Okay, stick close, follow my orders, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Let's go.
Hey, Jack.
It's a heavy combat rifle. Let's see. Okay, so none of these guys are both legendary and dead. It's also this. Not as much point in carrying the coolant cap. Okay. So, the nearest bed to here that I can quickly save in is actually right up this way. It's Coastal Cottage. And so long as I save before entering the building, it shouldn't matter that much. Oh shit. Good thing there weren't any bugs in that puddle, otherwise I would be a little screwed. Let's see, okay. Here's the place. Okay, so, you might be wondering, since the melee is so weak compared to guns, if you don't have the right perks, which I don't, and there's a lot of enemies inside here, you might be wondering why I'm going through this. Well, there's two reasons. One of them is I plan on letting Jack himself take care of most of the enemies for me. And the other one is some of these enemies will have legendary weapons, which I can then take and then use for other purposes, like Medford thingy.
Door's blocked from the other side somehow. We'll have to find a way around.
No, the pistol we don't want. And the Molotov we don't want. Grenades are fairly effective as sellables. But Molotovs have a lower price per weight unit.
Lefty doesn't even like it. Alright, Cash did some favors for people who Lefty does like. You just saw taste. You better be right. And Lefty better share it out fair, or his meat is gonna be sore.
Get him, Jack! Okay, so there's a Berserk Raider. And Bladed Knuckles. Oh, we're gonna run. This is sort of the main problem with this area, I guess. Like, the raiders easily see where you are. Shit.
Just get warmed up over here.
You know, if he's just... Let's try going berserk ourselves. Right, let's see where this takes us. Ooh. Where's the other dudes? Okay. When in doubt, just shove chems down your throat. That seems to work vaguely well. Now hopefully Jack won't have teleported over to where he ends up. No, okay, he's still there. But I think I should also be more willing to just punch the enemies rather than run. Like, you know, because I have awareness by sheer chance, I can see that he's level 6, so he's like... Oh no, don't. I'm right behind you, buddy. I also want to be careful over here because it's possible for one of these guys up here to have a legendary missile launcher.
Disappearing act.
Ooh. So I think I might be close to the point where I have to finish. Okay, there's a legendary raider. Maybe not. Okay. Let's fall back a bit, wait for him to get back up.
This is bullshit.
Get him! That's a scaver. You good? shoot him, that'd be good. Okay, that's leg man.
Shook up over nothing.
This is my property. You are trespassing.
What's that saying? Over my dead body?
Yeah, he's barely attacking them. I'll just wait here. Well, you can walk forwards.
Everything's starting to sound like hell yeah.
Lovely. Oh, brutal. And that's pretty good. We've got 19 bullets. Write that in. Yeah, we still have one crit left. Can't get in there. Lovely. This guy as well. Take one of those. Take a duct tape. Take a bourbon. Let's not take the fusion cores. Okay.
Edward, how badly are you?
I'm not dead yet, but I don't think
And then there's the exit.
Yeah. I sent the elevator down to the basement. Like you
Here's the charisma ballhead.
and shut it down.
Let's put that into the thing.
Before they decided to leave me alone in here. Haven't seen anybody for quite a while. I think it's hard to keep track of time.
Are you sure you can't get up? I could really use your help.
Yeah, Jack. I'm pretty damn sure.
Well, then don't worry about it. Me and your friend here will have to take care of things ourselves. They've definitely reached the basement. Although I don't understand how they knew how to get past it. It doesn't matter now. We'll have to go through the abandoned part of the building. It looks like the Abremelin field is still functioning. Although several of the security doors in the basement have already been breached. We'd better hurry if we want to stop them. They seem determined to reach Lorenzo for some reason.
Okay. Why is the quest marker still on him? Oh, you have to talk to him. Okay.
Got it. Let's go.
Just follow my instructions and everything will be fine.
Be careful.
Yes. Oh, it's this way and up that we go. Okay. Jack, walk a little further and then open the door. That's how you open doors. I'll fall back over here. Oh, fall back. Get him, Jack! Or not. That works too.
We don't have time for this.
Another legendary raider. Let's at least see what the legendary guy does first.
Where'd that little bitch go? No sign of him now. Okay, let's go eat. I'm starving. Jesus, we always were a fucking
Shit, she just wrecked him.
Are you fucking kidding me?
God's sake, how many of these bastards are there?
That's how it's done, boys.
Lovely. For a moment I thought one of her limbs got crippled, but I guess not. A little further on there's going to be some beds that we can save in. So we can have the... Oh. Alright, take some bullets in the head. Oh! Oh! I'm gonna run. Jack, it's on you now. You down there somewhere? Yes, he is. Alright, well, while you worry about what's going down there, I'll go around the long way and wait for Jack to shoot some of the enemies. Hello. Oh, there goes Jack. He stepped on landmine, turned it into a corpse. As you do. Okay, that's that guy. How's the legendary guy doing? Did you kill the leg man? Where's leg man? Scava. Don't think the legendary is hiding over here. if I generally lose sight of a legendary guy, then you know, it's not like, okay, you've nearly got him, Jack. A few more hits. Actually, maybe Jack killed the legendary guy with the landmine. Could be it. There we go. Okay, there's a waster. Okay. Jack, how you doing? Okay, he's nearly down. I'm pretty sure that after this, no wait, there's actually quite a while before there's a bed. So what I should do is get to the end of this section and then leave to save at the place. But where's the legendary? Okay, we have 6 and 16. Yeah, so I don't think we can milk the things out of those guys, the shells out of those guys. Don't think there was anybody up here. 45, not that useful. Okay. So while he runs up, let's see if we can... There's a scaver. It's also Vats. One of these guys definitely has a shotgun. That looks like a shotgun thing. Okay, that's leg man. Assassin's right leg. Okay. Right, so that's, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 legendaries got on this stream. Jack, get him. Jack, if you could continue walking, that'd be great. Also, there's like a hole in the ground here. Jack, keep on walking. You're my meat shield. Keep on walking.
Where do you assholes keep coming from?
Okay, you got one of them. Is that it? I guess it was, okay. 10mm.
Nobody's been in run into it.
Alright, so one thing that I remember about this area is that between here and the next bed, there's a whole lot of enemies. Like another part like this of enemies, and then there's the cells, the actual cells. So what I'll do is I'll leave here. I'll head back to the sleeping bag at the sleeping bag at Coastal Cottage, save there, and then call it a stream. Forgot about that guy. Now, in the next stream, what we do will depend on what happens when we get back inside the building. Either Jack will be in the start of the next area, in which case we'll continue on and we'll use the last of the shells in this gun at the moment on the last enemies of the area. Or Jack will teleport to the end of the level, in which case we'll leave and go somewhere else. So let's drop an hour here. That's our save. Okay. So yeah, either go here. If Jack is there, go through. If he isn't, I'll go down here to Hangman's Alley, pick up the rest of my shells, then go here and take on these super mutants. Right, which are right here. Now, over here is Covenant, so that's a good place to go to first because you pass a test and then you can save there. And then I can basically use Covenant to get Taffington Boathouse if I feel like doing that, and then either way I have a close-ish point to this location where I can get the DIA cache. Since I already have one of the since I already have one mysterious serum, I don't need to do this before the glowing sea, but I do want to do this before the glowing sea because that lets me do ballistic weave, which makes my Under Armour and hats and stuff more effective. So once these two are completed, then yeah, the next thing will be the glowing sea. And also this weapon would actually be very, very good for going through the glowing sea. But almost certainly there's going to be a legendary, if not in the hospital itself, there'll be at least one or two in the glowing sea itself. So that would possibly result in some some weirdness. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining in. If anybody's followed, because actually let yeah, so I'm not staying away to see if anybody's followed. If anybody has, thanks for following. Because of my setup, that's a little weird right now. I can't actually tell, I don't think. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow at about 10 PM GMT+8. Bye bye.